You brought him in from Green Bay, and a lot of people are sitting here wondering, same questions that was wondering about me. Can he still play? Well, you see what happened to me when I went to New England in 07. I see something similar to Davante Adams.
There's no way the guy's going to duplicate what Randy did. It's never been done. But I don't think, my personal opinion is, I don't think he's the same guy. I just don't see it.
One guy we will not see on the field to play today will be Davante Adams. He has been the overwhelming story of the week on talk shows and everything else like that. The pending trade, we don't know exactly when, we don't know exactly where, but we know it's going to happen, or at least that's what we expect. Shefty, catch us up.
Well, essentially, the Raiders have been talking to other teams, but I think with Davante Adams nursing a hamstring injury that is legitimate, teams are slow playing this right now with the hopes that he will get better from that hamstring injury. And the two teams that he would like to go to that both have interest are the New York Jets, and we'll see what happens today against the Vikings, and the New Orleans Saints. He would prefer to be in a situation where he knows the quarterback, is comfortable with the quarterback, and is dealt there. The Raiders have been adamant that they're not going to take less than a second-round pick and additional compensation. Now, the Jets would be well suited to give it up. They have 2/3 next year, 2/6, and they also have a wide receiver in Mike Williams, who the Raiders general manager drafted when he was the GM of the Chargers and signed to a contract extension. Saints would love to have him, don't have a lot of cap room, but the Saints have been magicians with working the cap. But you know what would be interesting to hear about Davante Adams? It would be really interesting if we had a former Raiders wide receiver in this spot who went through something similar probably and wound up getting traded.
If only we did, Randy Moss. So there's the past and there's the future. So let's start with that. This feels to a lot of people quite similar to a situation that you lived through. Do you see it that way?
Yes, the same organization. You know, I've had my ups and downs with this organization from Oakland to Las Vegas, but I still respect this organization because I thought that the Raiders organization turned some things around when they went to Las Vegas. And, you know, talking about Davante Adams, he had his quarterback that he played with in Fresno State and Derek Carr. We sit up here and talk week in and week out about the wide receiver and the quarterback chemistry. And then you see a guy like Davante Adams wanting to get back with his former quarterback. So I think we don't really say enough about how much we care about the chemistry between the wide receiver and the quarterback position. But back to the Raiders, you know, you had a guy in Davante Adams, you brought him in from Green Bay, and a lot of people are sitting here wondering, same questions that was wondering about me, can he still play? Well, you see what happened to me when I went to New England in 07. I see something similar to Davante Adams. He just needs to get with a quarterback or an offense that's going to bring him up to speed and bring the best out of him. He still has a lot more to play.
To be clear, you were 30 when you went to play with Brady in New England, and you set the world on fire. Should have been the MVP of the league that year. Davante is 31. He's still that good. In your mind, back with, insert the name here, Rodgers, Carr, or some other elite quarterback, is he still the best receiver in the NFL, or right there?
I don't want to put him at the top, but it's still a top 5 wide receiver. I talked about the chemistry. You put him with Derek Carr, you put him back with Aaron Rodgers and see what happened. Yes, he's still top 5 to me.
You agree with that?
No, I actually don't. I mean, and Randy would know a hell of a lot more than I do looking at him. I know you study him more than I do. What I'm seeing is a guy that used to be the most separation at the top of his routes and all that type of stuff. A guy yards after catch. Right now, he's averaging a whopping 2.5 yards after catch. I don't think he's the same guy. Now, look, sometimes I get it.
I mean, wasn't the same guy either.
No, yeah, but the difference is you could still run like crazy, get separation, and go into New England. I mean, there's no way the guy's going to duplicate what Randy did. It's never been done. But I don't think, my personal opinion is, I don't think he's the same guy. I just don't see it.
But you know what? When your time was winding down with the Raiders, there were people saying about you what Rex is saying about Adams.
He still don't have it. He still don't have it.
I'm going to say this. I never said that once about him because when I saw him, I was scared to whatever that Moss.
Then how come there weren't more teams interested in Randy Moss? It was a short list of teams when the Raiders were looking to get rid of him.
I would have taken him too. I'm just telling you. And he doesn't give you the same. There's no way. I line up and play Davante Adams every damn day of the week. I never wanted to play Randy Moss. All right.
Listen, when it depends a lot for Davante. I just see someone that probably knew he was going to get out of this place early. all right, knowing that when they got rid of Derek Carr, knowing that the changes come in, you got Gardner Minshew throwing me the ball, Aiden O'Connell last year. It's like, how long am I going to last here, okay? Motivation. Now, is the hamstring real?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
I see hamstring, and I just see like, man, no.
Yes.
Antonio Pierce talked about business decisions, and to me, I don't know. Okay, if you say it's real, that's fine. This is good business. This is good business to me for your Davante Adams when this guy has been talking about being great and winning championships his entire career. He wants out. He wants to get somewhere where he can maximize his playing ability. I respect that. Let me tell you what it will do to everyone else on whichever team that gets him, okay? Because when this man came to our team, and it was like our level just went here. Because we saw a new love in this guy's eyes. I remember it. I remember conversations we used to have. We used to have hot tub, cold tub, brew. We got a chance. All of this stuff, realizing where he was. Put him in a place where Davante Adams is motivated, and that entire team will look at him and be like, we are better now, and we have championship mentality.
Well, you know what? Whoever gets them, great. It sounds like it's going to be a big boost for them. I'm going to tell you who's going to be a boost for, the Raiders. Because get a guy that doesn't want to be in your locker room the hell out. All right? And if you can get Mike Williams, if I'm hearing this right, you can get a Mike Williams and a second-round pick, I'd do that in a New York minute.
I don't think the Jets would give up Mike Williams in a second, and that's going to be the question. What team is out there that is willing to give up a second? And the Raiders are adamant that they're going to hold on until they get that second. And other teams look at this and they say, Stephon Diggs went for the value of a 3. Why are we giving up any more than that for Davante Adams?
There's no way they're better without Davante.
Let me give y'all.
There's no way they're better without
you know what?
Davante Adams.
As a player, they may be a hell of a lot better in the locker room. Get a piece. If a guy doesn't want to be in your locker room, then you know what? The hell with you. All right? I'd much rather win with my type of people then go ahead and, this guy don't want to be here? Well, guess what? Don't let the door hit you in the ass.
But I remember the silver and black really talking about the silver and black in the National Football League. The black hole really meant something in the National Football League. All I needed was a culture change, Rex, and all I wanted to do was play.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
And McCaffrey going to pick up a Niners first down as he'll get this to the 26-yard line.
Caught that look from me there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more in the second half.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Now Purdy. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Let's go. Come on, baby.
Back to throw, Purdy.
Don't do that.
That is caught.
Don't do that. Get off me, boy.
And he
Get
has
off
a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. First and 10 at the 38.
Wait. Oh, mate.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
Right here.
Here's Purdy. There goes a deep ball. End zone.
Come on, bro. That was breath.
Oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't run it in.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Debo. Debo. There you go, baby.
Debo Samuel.
No, we doing.
38 yards.
What the
And
fuck
the
going on?
49ers
Fuck,
are
boy.
an extra point away from evening this one up.